channel. Back out in the shop this morning again, working on the 68. This week I'm going to try to get some of these extra pieces prepped and ready for paint. I have the top of the cab repaired and ready to respray again on the black. If you follow the other videos, you know the story there where I run the screws through and dimpled the top, putting the headliner in, and ended up having to repaint the top. Part of the process for me, nothing unusual. But anyway, the parts I'm trying to prep today is mainly the grill shell and the wheel tubs and the cow panel. I want to get the grill shell finished up and painted and the cow panel finished up and painted, so when I get the cab done, the black on the cab, I can actually go back and put all of these pieces aside and have them done. And all I like then on the doghouse part is the front fenders, which they're still, still have some body work to do on them, even though they're new. They've got some dimples and some places on them. But let me turn you around here and I'll show you what I've got done so far on this grill shell. I'm really not sure what was going on here with this grill shell. This is all Bondo. And if you look up here where I've stripped it off, the metal's clean. There's no dents. Looks like they just skimmed the whole thing, and I'm not sure why. It's just kind of amazing. I don't know. It's probably a 1/16 of an inch thick here or more. I don't know. The bottom, it does have dents in it. You can see along in there, they'll have to work out, but the top, I see no dents, no imperfections at all. I don't know. Maybe they just like using Bondo. All right, spent about an hour and a half stripping it. Got all the front stripped. Started working on the back, try to get it finished up. Just a slow process. A lot of wire brushing and mostly DA sanding, but where we need to, I think where we need to be on it. To get it to where the paint would adhere to it. Get all the dents worked out. Probably what I'll do next is just epoxy prime when I get all the metals or the paint stripped off the metal, and then go back and do the body work after that. All in all, it looks pretty good. I see no rust at all in it, just a lot of dents to massage a little bit. So this morning I'm out here in the shop blocking on this grill shell again. It's getting in better shape. If you remember from the previous video there, it's pretty rough in a few places. So we've got this side pretty good. I've got still got some low spots in here and in here that I'm going to have to put a little filler in, and a couple along the bottom edge here. But I'm just using this round sanding block in here and a small square one, and then this softer block on the corners. So it's coming along. It looks a whole lot better than it did when we started. It was just really, really rough. Had more dents in it than I thought, but I think it's going to turn out okay. So here's the look at the grill shell. This has really turned out a lot better than I expected. I've still got some places I've got to address, some low spots. Show you a couple here. Got a low spots right in here that I'm just going to put a little bit of filler in right in there. These places down here, I think one more coat of slick sand will take care of most of all of this, and I won't have to worry about putting any more filler in that top part. I'm pretty well happy with all of this. It's ready for one more coat of slick sand and one more blocking. These pieces here, this is the grill inserts. For any of you that fool with 68s, you probably know this, but these actually go in and set in the grill shell like so. What I think I'm going to do on these to give the truck a little different look, of course, the grill shell will be red with the chrome surround. I got new chrome surround for the grill shell, but with these inserts, I think I'm going to go black with these like the top, and that'll sort of tie the top end to the truck just to give it a little different look. There's so many of these trucks out here, anything I can do to make it look a little different is what I'm going to try to do on that. But anyway, I've got both of these prepped and ready for some epoxy primer. And got all the paint stripped off. So there's very little, if any, body work I think that's going to have to be done to these. They seem pretty straight. We'll know more when we get everything prepped and the paint on them, but pretty well satisfied with the way they look. So, but I'll still paint these in two pieces. I'll paint these first, or paint these separate, I should say, with the black and clear, and then this will go red and clear, and then I'll assemble this as one unit. This just actually gets pop rivets in between the trim hose or the trim bolts. So we'll just pop rivet those back on. But so we're making pretty good progress on this. Probably another 2.5 or 3 hours, and I'll have this ready to where I can paint it. The wheel tubs still got to, even though I got slick sand on them, I don't have them blocked off yet, so I still got to do that. But making progress slowly but surely. I know some of you are getting tired of watching the simple parts, or the hardest, slow, I guess I should say the slow part of the build, which is these little small pieces, and try not to bore you with too much of it. That's why I just do it and then go back and sort of recap what I'm doing. I'll still, probably when I paint, I'll probably still film the whole thing for the paint. So moving forward, started working on this splash shield. It was actually in pretty bad shape. I'll take it over here and I'll show you. This area right in here was pushed back and this lip rolled over. So I've been beating on it this morning trying to get it pushed back out, and I've got it looking better. This splash shield, and there's a hole, somebody cut a hole in it there, I've got a patch. But this splash shield, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I'm probably going to paint it black and put satin clear on it, because when you look in the bottom of the grill shell, that's one of the pieces you see, and I'm not sure it will look good red. If I don't paint it satin black, I'll probably put the bed liner coating on it. Put, you know, with the red tint or the tintable, and That way when you look into it, maybe leave the bottom side black, but when you look into the grill shell, you would see the same as the core support. That might be another good option. I don't know. Right now I'm just trying to work out all these dents and get it straightened up. Like I say, I'll patch that and I'll bring you back and show you what that looks like. But this lip edge, I'm gonna get it straightened back out and hopefully get that. That's a high spot there. Get that pushed down. But and then I'll just strip the paint like I started doing down here on both ends and go from there. But hopefully I can get it worked out. Probably should have bought a new one, but I didn't think it was that bad. And like everything else I've got into on this truck, you know, I can't buy all new, obviously for budget reasons. But everything I've got into so far, I probably would have been better off to went aftermarket and just bought replacement panels like I did on the fenders and the hood. But we'll get it worked out. I mean, I went this far on it. There's no sense stopping now. I might as well put a couple more hours in it and try to get it straightened out some. But I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like. So I brought the apron in here and just bolted it to the core support of the truck to make sure the fit's okay. It looks really good, a lot better than I thought it was going to look. Got all the paint stripped off. I'm going to go ahead and set the grill shell in on top of it. We'll just see what it take a look at it and see what it looks like. All right, it actually lines up pretty good, so I think we're okay there. Here's what I was talking about. When you look down in the grill shell, keep in mind there's pieces on here, so you really won't see a lot of it anyway. So I don't know, I might just go ahead and probably be more durable and hold up longer if I go ahead and put the tenable liner coating on it, because where it's at, it's gonna catch some water. Of course, it'll all run off, but it still will catch some water. So look down on it. Still haven't patched the hole yet. Everything's clearing good, so I don't think I've got any issues at all. So. All right, we'll continue on, and we'll probably try to get that piece of metal patched in there next, and I'll show you that. And they'll pretty much have that finished, ready to epoxy prime. All right, there's a look at the patch. I haven't dressed it down yet, but I've got it welded. I did dress some on the back side. So we'll dress that down and just put a little bit of filler over it. We should be good there. Pretty productive day. Got both of those pieces stripped. I know it doesn't look like much. Got the grill shell sanded, ready for another coat of slick sand, and then got this thing stripped and ready for some Bondo on the weld piece there and some epoxy primer. Got it fitted to the truck. So another day. All right, I got the patch in. I'm gonna smear a little Bondo on it and sand it down and call it good. Okay, I got some epoxy primer on the pieces I had sanded. It's the apron that I had to put the patch in, and then the two grill shell pieces. And I'm gonna put another coat of slick sand on this grill. I had some places where I'd sanded through the metal, so I had to put some more epoxy on it, and then I'll go back and put some more slick sand or polyester primer on it. So I'm going to mix up some slick sand primer, polyester primer, and put on these filler pieces that go in the grill, and then put another good heavy coat on this grill, and hopefully that'll finish us off on this. I'll be able to sand it and be ready to paint. Okay, here we go with the slick sand polyester primer. All right, there's one good heavy coat on everything, and that'll be the second coat on the grill shell, which I think will be plenty. All right, I'm going to spray some sealer on this grill shell and the pillar panels. Get it ready for some paint. All right, we got it sealed. Just wait about an hour or so and come back and shoot the base and fill on. All right, let's get some red base on these grill shell pieces. All right, there's one coat on. I'm gonna let that flash for a while. Put on a second. All right, here's coat number 2. All right, I'm gonna stop at 2 coats there. Plenty good enough. All right, I'm gonna put the clear on it. All right, we're gonna let that flash for about 15 or 20 minutes and put a second coat on. Coat number 2. All right, we're gonna leave it there. Everything looks pretty good coverage. All right, I hope you enjoyed the video this week on these pieces that I've painted here, or got painted, fixed and painted, the grill shell and those filler panels. Next week we're gonna try to get some more painted, probably work on the front fenders and get the top of the black on the cab reshot. Still haven't got that done. Keep putting it off. I'm gonna have to do it. I've got to shoot the black pieces here on the grill shell to get in the inserts in the grill here. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the videos. Have a lot of more new subscribers this week, and hit that like button or make a comment so I know you're out there. We'll see you next week.